Do you understand that? So once that happens, you cannot be original. And when you are not original, you lose your identity. Does that make sense? So why I'm pointing out this is for you to see how serious this problem is. Most people will say, after all, have I not been communicating on all this while? It will get to a point where you will know whether your communication style is toxic. Because some people with great communication skills, they intimidate people. They use it to intimidate rather than to uplift people. Do you understand it now? Good. So that is why we are focusing on effective public speaking, because this challenge usually happens in the public. It starts from the home. But sometimes you are not shy at home. That is why toxic people usually operate at home. Like most times, especially spouses, you see a toxic spouse, that person is usually friendly to outsiders. And when the person comes home, he or she becomes a beast. Because that is the only place he or she can operate without being seen clearly. That's why narcissistic people get away with a lot of things. Because they do it behind closed doors. Do you understand it? So, in order to help ourselves, I advise people the number one thing you have to do as a human being is a must, is to develop a top-notch communication skills. Once you achieve that, you will see that there will be no need to live a fake life. Because you will always communicate freely. Do you understand that? Yes. You don't have any business with low self-esteem. Imagine you making contributions at meetings, at your workplace. A lot of, like, once you stand up, you can talk, you can defend yourself. You don't have any business with low self-esteem. Am I communicating? Yes. So, now, if you are able to fix this, you see that you have good relationship. But it will still not work if somebody whom you are in relationship with still lack this skill. Because the journey of marriage is the journey of two, right? That's why sometimes in marriage you see the one building and one is destroying. Especially when it comes to African marriages, where both culture and religion is dealing with us. Do you get it? Some people hide under those things and be doing what they're doing, but at the end of the day, you are robbing yourself. So how do we fix this problem? That is why we are here. And I'll be introducing effective public speaking to us. Because most times, you can talk at home, where you are just yourself. You might not be doing it well. If your partner accepts, fine. But why would you be a trouble to somebody? Because you lack the skills of communication. So that leads us to our class, effective public speaking. I want this to be removed. You see, most people, they can talk in their houses, but as soon as they are called upon to speak in public, even if it's just 5 persons, they become afraid. Why? Can someone tell me? Does it happen to you? Share with us.
An experience.
Yes.
Mostly in school though, like let's say it was a group project and I just finished my SWEP recently and they grouped us into groups too, and they gave us something to make. So everybody, and I was the only girl apparently, so everybody was giving their opinion that they should do this, they should do that, and I was like, in my mind I was like, okay, what if we do it like this, will it make it better? But I didn't actually say anything. At the end of the day, we ended up making a lot of mistakes, and they eventually found that my way was better.
And because you did not say
it, we ended up wasting time, wasting energy,
resources as well.
Yes.
So why we're here is for us to be able to stand in public and talk without being afraid. But before then, let me gist you about my own, in case you think your own fear of public speaking is personal. Growing up, in fact, I was filled with passion to talk to people. Even as a child, I usually see myself talking to a group of people, very large group of people. But getting to teenagehood, I was messed up by a relative. So I started battling with my self-esteem and even talking. I became more introverted, better than I used to be. I used to be like I talk. So, but then the passion was still there, but the desire to do it was a problem. Long story cut short, I enrolled into an academy like this, and I was trained. I sat quietly and made sure I followed everything that the instructor said. So I learned what was taught to me. So, but at the end of the day, I wrote proposals to different companies, about 5 of them. 5. So about 3 responded for me to come and speak, but I declined just by myself. I may carry myself right, and I may decline because of fear. So until I shared that with a friend of mine, Emmanuel, and he said the only way I can overcome this is for me to speak, that I have to speak on a stage. So long story cut short, he got me a speaking engagement. And that speaking engagement was for on-air personalities. Imagine me, one, I don't know how to speak English. Now, coming to face those people that will just judge me swiftly. So he insisted I do it. So, long story cut short, moving from my house to the venue, somewhere in Apo, was like traveling from here to east for me, because I was sweating inside an AC car. I was just sweating. So when I got to the venue, I saw the so-called on-air personalities, like different people. I said, okay. So at a point, running stomach from nowhere. So I jumped right into the toilet. While I was trying to help myself, I was just sweating. Like, you need to see that kind of sweat. Hot sweat, like, oh. And I was really actually thinking of the best way to escape from that venue. So when I came out, I told Emmanuel, I picked my diary. I think I had one diary like that. I just picked it up like this. I said, Emmanuel, I'm going. I said, no, I have to sit down. So I sat down. I said, those people, they are not better than you. You can do it. And Emmanuel already had gotten to a certain level as a speaker. So when it got to his turn to speak, he went and he did justice to his topic. And that really intensified my fear. What if I mess up? When they called me, moving from my seat to that podium, I was like, my legs and my hands want to separate from my body. And my heart was beating like it wants to jump out of my body. I just said, okay, let me just go and mess up. Like, that's what I just told myself. As I got to the stage, they gave me my microphone. This is how my hand was just doing, like my leg, my hand. It was really, it was a mess. I knew, in fact, I knew that the first 5 minutes of that presentation was not good. But I started talking. Along the line, I looked at the audience, and they were listening to me with keen interest. That means I'm making sense. So I continued. And that's how I finished my speech that day. The on-air personalities, most of them came to me, they were telling me, wow, you spoke to me. Your speech is good. In fact, the best speech here. Some people collected my number, and some were asking me, can you mentor me? Come and see me. And now I was, yes, I can. Only ego revealed to them what happened to me prior to that presentation. So, but after that, the fear reduced, and I kept on doing it, and that's how I got to where I am today. So, why did I share this story? I'm not sure you are on with my own, right? So, if you think you have stage fright, just don't worry. We can treat that, okay? So now let us talk about public speaking. Can my slide come up? So public speaking is an act and an act of standing in front of people to make speech. That is what it means. That is what public speaking means. Okay? But before then, let me quickly tell you about, okay, I need to tell you about Confidence Academy Africa. Briefly, it's an online and offline school where people learn effective public speaking, self-confidence, mastery, and personal branding. We focus on 3 courses. One is effective public speaking, the other one is self-confidence, mastery, and personal branding, because we understand that these 3 things mess people up. Most people just attend public speaking school and nobody teach them something about self-confidence in details. Apart from that, personal branding, because how you brand yourself determines how you stand out from the market, from the crowd. So these are the courses we handle. Okay? What's going on? Okay, so these are the courses we handle, and in this class we will run through 7 modules. 7 modules. Module 1 is understanding public speaking. So in this module, that is what we discussed today, knowing the reason why you should pay close attention to public speaking and developing your speech, your speaking skills. Okay? Because we cannot do without making presentations. It's not possible. We will always talk. We will negotiate. Okay? So, the overview of this module 1 is then what is public speaking, the importance and then vital components of public speaking.
So
I want you to see this course as a house. Like in this course, we will build a house. And that house, when you start building, you first of all have a master plan, is it not? Yes, that master plan, after that, you have your land where you now do your foundation.